welcome back to another great episode of the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast, where we bring you sports and sports entertainment. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
Happy Wednesday, Pharaoh King.
Them dog from Be More Careful. How you doing?
Yes, so hopefully Shot will be able to get on here in a little while. He have a little bit of technical difficulties. But ladies and gentlemen, this is your first time ever checking us out. This is how we always start our podcast off. All our podcasts, that is. We always got to ask the brothers, how was the day? Tim Dog, how was your day, my brother?
Man, my day was wonderful. Actually, I had a wonderful 2 days. Candace, her kids graduated from elementary and I guess junior high, middle school out there. I guess that's how they do it. One is great, going to high school. Oh my God, destiny.
Yeah, junior high school.
Yeah.
Well, we call it middle school.
Middle school, yeah, that's what they call it, middle school.
Yeah.
And her son, he graduated from elementary going to the middle school. So it's just weird because watching them grow up. I met Candace when Destiny was like 4 or 5 months old, and I used to watch her. And you know, it's just amazing. Now she's 14 and she's a grown woman. Man, I tell you, people, enjoy your kids while you can because they grow up fast.
Yeah, I understand that, man. I was talking to my granddaughter last night. I was telling her that when she was a baby, well, she got about 3. From a baby to 3, she used to love being around me. Man, couldn't wait to see me. Now I could barely get her on the phone. She don't even know who the hell I am. So yeah, enjoy your kids while you got a chance to enjoy them, or your grandkids, because once they get to the age like my granddaughter with the laptop and the iPhones, they ain't got time for Papa no more. So I truly understand what she was talking about, man. I truly understand that. Good. I like that, Tim Dog. What about you, Pharaoh King, man? How was your day, my brother?
I can't say it was too bad. Today was nice. Yeah, it wasn't raining when we got out. Of the job.
Yeah,
that was nice. Didn't have to run to the car. And the damn thing actually got to start up since it got the new battery. So that's 2 pluses. Other than that, got me some French fries from McDonald's and brought my ass home and took a nap.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I took me a nap myself, man. There's something about, I know a lot of people say they don't like to take naps when they get off work because it messes up their sleep cycle at night. But for me, if I could get me a nice little 30, 35-minute little nap,
that's all it was.
That's all I needed. And I still could be able to go to sleep at night. Well, I don't go to bed late anyway, but I still could get those hours in that I need to get in.
Well, actually, doctors say that if you want to take a nap, make sure it's less than an hour so that it won't disrupt your sleep cycle. Yeah. And with some people like y'all, it gives you a power boost because it resets the brain.
Oh, trust me. I do it every day at work. 15-minute break. I got close those eyes, baby. They probably going to say, damn,
the Japanese require you to take naps on the job. So to increase productivity.
And they have sleeping pods and everything for the employees.
So why can't I take a nap after work? They taking damn naps doing work.
Yeah. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. As for me, fellas, man, my day went well. Like you say, Pharaoh, man, get ready for this TDY on Monday. You know, I talked to my cuz yesterday. Yesterday was his birthday. You know, I called and wish him a happy 54th birthday. And he said he was sitting around about to go back in my world. Yeah, he about to go. He said he's about to go sit in his deck. He wasn't going to do anything, I guess, for his birthday, but smoke him a nice cigar and have him a nice drink. So once again, I'm gonna wish my cuz, my cuz Gary, happy birthday, man. Happy 54th.
Happy birthday, Gary.
Yeah. Hopefully I see you when I see you this coming Monday. We have a cigar and a drink as well. But fellas, man, we got a great show for the people tonight, man. We got an interesting show. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a very interesting show. But fellas, let's go ahead and get it started. And hopefully Shaw will be able to get on because this is his team. Joe, I know you ready to talk shit because your team, that I was thinking that I don't think they was going to get her out the first round. They did. I thought we at least test the motherfuckers, shit, pinch them or something. We didn't pinch them. And the Cavs didn't pinch them as well.
Jalen Brunson, we've said it over and over again, has changed the direction and the perception of the Knicks franchise. And Proctor will just dribble it out. Chance of let's go Knicks. It's over. Believe it, Knicks fans, for the first time in 27 years, the New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. The dream season continues, and hopes of ending a decades-long championship drought are very much alive. the mutual respect and the brotherhood you see at the end of these series is always so impressive.
It is, and that's why they always talk. You don't talk in between series. You want to make sure that barrier is there. But once the series has been decided, you respect everyone as a competitor. You know their journey is similar to yours. And so I will tell you, there's a lot of times you give teams jabs up and you said, hey, go win it. Go finish the journey, right? You wish them the best as they move forward, and it's a very competitive moment.
And I know, Mike, you said they're not done yet. In their mind, they want to finish it off. But, man, when you got this much time, you can have a hell of a celebration while you're waiting for the finals to start.
11 consecutive victories, back-to-back sweeps. One of the most remarkable runs in NBA playoff history continues.
It continues. And Shada, glad you joined the show. I want you to talk about your boys. Yeah, you got your Knick hat on, you know. So did this sweep prove the Knicks are more than just a tough team? Are they now a real title threat?
First of all, I apologize to our listeners and for being late on here. It's been storming down here in Florida. I guess my computer was acting up, so my apologies for being tardy. But the Knicks, I am very, very excited about them doing everything that they did. They're competitive, but I don't think they have anything for anybody coming out of the West. I'm not confident in that. I love my team. I love to see them win the championship. They have an opportunity, but if they go to this thing and think they're going to play the way they played in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's not going to get it done. I mean, they've set all kinds of records during this playoff run. It's a phenomenal year, but we still have another game left to go, and this is going to be a mountain. Either one of the teams, OKC or San Antonio, it's going to be a mountain. So, yeah, they're contending, but I don't know if they have anything for the Western Conference.
Yeah, you know, and that's what I think we all waiting to see as well, because the Western Conference is now the beast that everybody been talking about. But the Knicks, you know, not saying that they had an easy route, but they did show that they are the team to beat, because they got to the Eastern Conference Finals last year as well, right?
Yes.
Last year? Lost to Indiana.
And then we were saying to ourselves, how can they do that by firing the head coach, bringing a new head coach in, and then they showed us that they are the team to beat. And with that being said, Pharaoh, was this the best version of the Knicks basketball we've seen in years? Defense, toughness, depth, and star power all clicking at the same time.
Hell no, it was not. And I say that because Cleveland didn't show up. As far as I'm concerned, James Harden got paid off again for another series.
Do me a favor, Pharaoh. Do me a favor. I want you to state that. I'm gonna state the Knicks. I got Cleveland question for you. I'm just saying.
Read your notes again. Read your notes.
Question, man.
I got you. No, I got you.
But if you're going to go out there and chuck up a bunch of threes and nobody checks you in defense and this, that, and the third, I really was bored with their series. I mean, I watched them play. I mean, you're in the last game of a 4-game sweep and you didn't show up. Man, that's not impressive to me. So that's on everybody else. I will say that they made it back to the finals before the Cowboys are going back to the Super Bowl. So I will say
I was going to say that too. I was going to bring that up at the end.
But I would say this. I will say this also, that it's kind of ironic that it's possible for them to face the Spurs or the Spurs again, not so much Oklahoma because they didn't exist then. But if they have opportunity to space first, this is 99 all over again.
That's right.
But
that's right.
I think it would end up the same way if they do make it. When they do go, if they do have to play the Spurs, I believe it's going to be the same outcome. That's just how it is.
I think you're making a great point.
Brunson's father was the point guard during 99 when they went last time.
Yeah. So his father wasn't nothing like his son.
Yeah, I think you're making a great point.
I didn't say that, dog. I just said his father was on the team.
Yeah, I think you're making a great point when you talk about how the Knicks, like I say, when they fired the head coach, I forgot what's the head coach name, the former Chicago Bulls head coach. Was it Thibodeau? When they fired Thibodeau, I was like, I can't see them going back because I done seen Mike Brown before. Mike Brown is a great coach. I'm not taking anything from him, but I thought his style that he would bring to the Knicks was different from Thibodeau because Thibodeau is more of a defensive type coach. But then he brought that. He brought that defense. And also what I think that what Mike Brown brought to the Knicks was that he was not as, I don't want to say heavy-handed as Thibodeau. He let those guys go out there and actually play. Thibodeau, I think last year, I think he only went, 6 deep? He didn't go past 6, 7, 8 and the other plays. He just stuck to his key players, and they ran out of energy when they lost in that series. What you think about what I just said, Tim Dog? And also, was this the best version of the Knicks basketball we've seen in years? Yes, because they're winning. Go ahead, Tim Dog. What you got to say?
They're not just winning, but you got to look at what they've done in the playoffs itself. You know, the dominance they had before that since the first round.
Yeah, no, back-to-back sweeps. Of course, you know I'm a diehard Sixer fan. We didn't even touch the motherfuckers. We didn't even. We had some close games, but the Cavaliers, they just see like they didn't even touch the motherfucker. They couldn't even be touched. Go ahead, Tim. I mean to cut you off.
No, you're good, but you know, remember the Lakers did that back-to-back and then lost to Philly in the first game. And but to me, it's just the Knicks, their bench. If it's not Mikal Bridges doing something, it's Josh Hart doing something. It's not all just Brunson and Cat. He just changed his whole style altogether. He's not just a sitting at the top of the key all the time guy. Now he's actually driving and playing in the paint. So with that dynamic being said,
Tim Dog, say it again. I want you to say what you just said one more time about Cat. Say it again, Tim Dog.
I say he is not spending all his time at the top of the key. Now he's driving and being in the box.
There's a simple answer to that.
Hold on. I want Tim Dog to say that. Embiid, if you're listening, see what Tim Dog just say? Get your big ass off that damn 3-point line and get your bitch ass down in the goddamn paint. Go ahead, Tim Dog. I just have to make sure I want motherfuckers to hear that. If you're a big man and you shooting threes, shame on you. That's not what we got you for. We got you to get your big ass in the goddamn paint. And Cat want to win. Go ahead, Tim Dog. I just had to get that shit off my chest, man. Go ahead, Tim Dog.
I got a point when Tim is done.
I got
you. And not just that, with Cat, you know, being a big man, he's driving. He's also been the biggest facilitator throughout all the series since the first round. So Cat figured it out, the coach figured it out, and the team figured it out together. And the defense is just swarming. I'm sorry. Everybody's in the right spot. And when they go to zone, you might as well forget about it. But they just changed since that game in Atlanta. And their mentality is, we've been here before and we're going to go to the finals.
And you know, before you say what you got to say, Shada, you know, it's odd to say that Atlanta gave, goddamn it, New York more fight than Philly and goddamn Cleveland. And I never thought I would say that. I know because Atlanta forced them to the 7 games? They went to 7, right? Six games. So if you were to tell me, if I were to match up and look at all these rosters, Cleveland roster, the Sixers roster, and Atlanta rosters, I would have said to myself, Atlanta would have been the team that would have been swept.
I tend to agree with that sentiment.
I'm just saying the way that I'm just talking about on paper. I would say that Atlanta would have been the team that would have been swept. Yeah. But they're the one that put up the most fight out of everybody else that the Knicks face. Go ahead, Shad. You see you had something you had to say.
To that point, I will agree with you to a certain degree. But as a Knicks fan and watching them all season and watching Mike Brown, I think he was looking to make adjustments in that first series. He was basically trying to figure out what works best for them in the series and how to take control. Because if you watch the first series against Atlanta and the last 2, Cat played a completely different game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he played a completely different game.
Yeah,
he still chucks up some threes every now and then, but usually when he puts up the threes in the last 2 series, it's coming off a run, or they've been going on a run. So it's like, okay, we're up 15. Let me go ahead and try this 3. I don't mind that. I don't mind him taking a 3 like that. But my thing is, your majority of your time, like Tim Dog said, it should be in the paint. And if you go up against the Spurs and you don't have no paint,
you got to be in that paint.
You're gonna get blown out.
Yeah, you got to be in that paint. And Pharaoh, I want you to get in this conversation because of the fact that we are talking about, I think me and you say this as well when we have our conversation about big men shooting 3, that we can't stand it. But just like they say, Cat had to adjust. The coach probably got it. Yeah, we didn't bring you here to shoot 3s. That's what I got these other guys for. So can you speak to how you see Cat game evolve from the first series to now with them having back-to-back sweeps, if you can, Pharaoh?
So I'm gonna go back. I agree with Tim Dog with you guys talking about Atlanta. Atlanta was hungry. Atlanta has people without Trae Young to get involved in the game, and they were hungry. So you know what you're getting with Embiid. You know what you're getting with James Harden. Those guys don't change. They don't care who's coaching, who or what. They have to make their plays. And a lot of time, and then of course you didn't have. They were hurt throughout the series. But regardless of that, coaches have to make those all-star players coachable so they can make those adjustments. Embiid ain't going to change.
Yeah,
Embiid is not changing. He's going to stay out there and do the same slow ass whatever shit that he's doing and miss all these games because he missed some games in the series. James Harden is going to turn the ball over and he's going to shoot 3s. He's not going to play defense. He looked like a bullfighter out there, letting everybody go by him. So yes, we can say that New York made some changes. We can't say the Cat changed his game because those teams allowed him to, because they wasn't going to make any changes. So that's just the way I see it. And it was an easy coast for a team that wanted to get back to where they were last season with a different coach to prove the naysayers wrong. That's how I look at it. Right? But at the same time, at the same time, you gotta think that the New York Knicks going into whatever's going on, like these blowout games they were having, those other two teams are not going to allow those blowout games from them.
Yeah. So, but hey, that team, that was starting Knicks team, they've been together for 3 seasons, so they know each other.
Well, I mean, as long as you got Josh Hart in people's asses when they get
what up,
the
fam?
Trophies. I mean, damn, come on.
Yeah, and
y'all didn't see that?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see how Josh Hart put his thumb in his ass and then Brunson's ass again?
Yeah, what wasn't it on that same winning when they won the it was 3 players on that national championship team.
Dang, you would say some shit.
What are they all together on the Knicks? Brunson, Bridges,
Villanova,
when they won the championship. It's 3 players and Hart, Brunson,
Hart, and DiVincenzo.
I thought it was
DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo. He was on there.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why the games are always packed. It's a freaking
but you also got to think number 8.
No, I'm just talking about. No, I'm just talking
he also is an NBA champion.
No, I'm talking about on the Villanova team. They played at the same time at the college. I'm just saying.
They all were together.
They was all together. So they already got that camaraderie that from college to the pros. But
I think the last 2 to get there was Bridges from the Phoenix.
Yeah.
And they acquired Cat around the same time. The rest were
Josh Hart was that. No, Bridges was with
Phoenix,
New York.
No, he played with Phoenix.
I thought he was with
he was Phoenix.
No, he was with Phoenix Suns.
He was Phoenix Suns. Trust me, he was Phoenix Suns. Yeah. And speaking of, if I get to the next question.
He was in New Jersey too. I mean, New Jersey.
Yeah, he probably was in Jersey, but he was in Phoenix first though.
Not Jersey, New York. Brooklyn.
Yeah. Brooklyn. Yeah. Probably was, but I'm gonna say, but he was with Phoenix first though. But that being said though, Jalen Brunson, we got to talk about him. But I want to take a step back. I'm going back into time. Y'all remember this when they were talking about Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson isn't the answer.
It's an awful idea.
And for what? To go all in hopes of signing Jalen Brunson?
And I worry that they're gonna look at Jalen Brunson and they're like, wait,
We spent $27 million a year on this.
And by the way, he's not a 1. I'm not even sure he's a real 2.
The saddest sweepstakes ever. The Jalen Brunson sweepstakes. Is Jalen Brunson one of the 10 best point guards in basketball? Maybe he's 10.
I don't think he's top 10. I mean, he might not be top 14.
I don't think this is a move that puts them into playoff contention.
It's got to be something in addition to Jalen Brunson.
It is not going to be the type of player that elevates them into contender status.
But, I mean, do we think Brunson is a guy that is going to bring them to a second-round playoff series? He's not.
I don't love the Jalen Brunson signing. I think it's too much money. And I think if anybody screams potential bust in this class, to me, it's Jalen Brunson going to the Knicks.
I mean, Kevin Durant is playing basketball in New York City, and you're just like talking about, can we get Brunson?
The Knicks are acting like he's KD. I'm going to repeat, Jalen Brunson.
You know, people are going to say just do all they want, but at the end of the day, the beauty about him, he doesn't care about what other people say.
So early. Knicks will have time to get off another shot. Brunson trying to draw a foul. Puts it up.
Hey, they do this for a living. We do this because we like sports, but those guys do that for a goddamn living.
But here's the thing. Though about that, and I said it when we discussed it some way when this was happening, and I said I don't know. I would rather have Donovan Mitchell because of what I saw, but I didn't know enough about Jalen Brunson to be able to make an opinion about him. Yeah, I was unsure because I was sure about Donovan Mitchell and not sure about Brunson because I didn't know about him.
Hey, trust me, Shada, I got you. But we are fans. We do this sports show because we love sports. Those guys do sports shows because that's their job.
Right.
They do it on a day-to-day basis. They go to sleep thinking about sports. They wake up thinking about sports. We think about other things, but these guys get paid to do that. They get paid to do that. With that being said, Pharaoh, is Jalen Brunson officially in superstar territory after leading the Knicks through this series?
Man, he was superstar last year when he was playing with them guys. He just didn't have that much help, with the coaching and stuff last season. Now he had some good coaching, and it got him, back to where we were saying if they got past a couple teams that they were going to be back. They were going to be back where they were last season. So they have proved us right. They have proved us right.
I'm so glad you said that, Pharaoh, because the bottom line still remains coaching.
Yeah, that's all it was. That's all. And we say that last year because when they got rid of the coach that knows how the team was gelling, we were thinking, who the hell is going to get in there to get them back where they were last season? So they got it. They proved us right. They proved the naysayers wrong. But think about it. Not a person on that panel that had anything to say ever won a championship. So
that's true.
And they do it for a living. They might want to get their checks back. So that's all I'm saying.
But you got to also, on your point about coaching, we also got to keep in mind that the Knicks coach not only took LeBron and Kyrie to the championship in Cleveland, he then went and he took a loss and became an assistant coach and had to work his way back to head coach. So he has coached superstars in Cleveland, in LA, and I think he was somewhere around some other team. So he has the experience. And I think they didn't give him enough credit for daggone taking over the Knicks.
Yeah, I think he had the experience. But Tim Dog, the fact of the matter why I played that video is because
Doc Rivers had the experience, so he can't do shit.
Just like my man Larry said, they're flip-flopping now. They're flip-flopping on Jalen Brunson. But when you go back and listen to them when they said in the beginning, oh man, this is going to be one of the worst trades or the worst trades ever for the Knicks. But now have that same energy, or better yet, just come out and say, hey, I was wrong. I was wrong when I made that statement.
Right, just say that.
Yeah, just say that. But
they can't do that.
They won't say that.
They can't do that.
Yeah, but Tim Dog, what do you think, Tim Dog, about is Jalen Brunson officially in superstar territory after leading the Knicks to the finals since 1999?
I would say yes, because I watched Jalen Brunson play as a rookie when he was in Dallas, because they showed the Mavs games here. And I even said on this show, when he went to New York, I mean, that's a good fit because they definitely needed a point guard. And he was sitting over there in Dallas, sitting on the bench. But when he came off the bench, he was effective. Right. And I think Luka and other players, well, you know, the team was based around Luka. Yeah. So why I had two of them and Kyrie, thank you. So they figured, hey, we'll get rid of him because, you know, we already got this. Right. Not knowing that he's already, I've seen. And then when you get to New York, the first year, okay, they was all right. They won over 40 games. Then year before, what was it, last year? Clutch Player of the Year. Then they won the Cup. This year, he was Cup MVP. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he was the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. The sky's the limit for this young man. And he could have easily got Clutch Player of the Year again this year.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget, he's a college champion.
Thank you. And he has the pedigree because his dad sticks in his ass all the time.
And that's what I was saying. That's why I was saying the point about there's 3 players on that championship team that's playing for the Knicks right now. You got those 3 players. So it's the fact that you still got that camaraderie, plus you got that winning mentality to get you a championship. Welcome to the show, Matt Professor.
What's happening, fellas? What's happening?
You didn't get to see the video. But we talking about Jalen Brunson and how all the haters were saying that all the people that do this for a living were basically saying that this was the worst trade ever for the New York Knicks to get Jalen Brunson. But now that he led them to the finals, now it seems though that they all changing their stance. So is Jalen Brunson officially in superstar territory after leading the Knicks through this series to the championship games?
Well, excuse me. He always was, or the Knicks wouldn't have made it a trade for him. I mean, that's just it. You're not gonna
really push that.
Well, yeah, his dad pushed it, but again,
he knew
if they didn't think he was worth it, they wouldn't have even made the trade. They would have. I mean, shit. His dad is an assistant, but that he's not the most important damn assistant. He's not the associate GM. He's just one of the assistant coaches on the team. So I mean, him wanting his son there, and them going get him is two different things.
Can I ask you this, Matt Professor? Do you think that they were thinking we need to add pieces to what we already have to make it a better team, but the piece turn out, you get that piece of coal, and that coal turned into a damn diamond. You just wasn't expected to become a diamond. Can that be said?
Well, yeah, because what would be the chances of this trade going down as badly as the Russell Westbrook trade went?
Oh, the whole thing down without Brooklyn. When Brooklyn had all the 3 superstars. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, Jalen Brunson, like I said, is a star who knows his role on the team. It's why he may not have been the superstar player that people thought he'd be given his draft stock. But he's a consistent player. He's a player that most people would want on their teams if you really look at the game.
Yeah.
Also, I was saying earlier, man, Professor, that when he was on Dallas, I'm telling you, when he came off that bench, he would light it up. Yeah, he had a few turnovers, his rookie season because he got traded his sophomore season when he was
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't sit there and go, oh, the dude not worth the money. Not worth the trade, because again, he's always been on teams that were either close to getting to the playoffs or good in the playoffs. Always. Yeah. So you got to look at what he brings to the team, and right, and again, he didn't need to be the most important piece. He just needed to be the piece.
Correct. Yeah. And the thing that your question, man, on the street, to play devil's advocate on this whole situation, Jalen Brunson being a superstar. Luka is a superstar. How long did it take him? Steve Nash is a superstar. All these point guards, Chris Paul was. We always gave them a pass. So why are we so critical of these daggone guards that we don't know like that all the time?
I don't think that we give them a pass, but you just answered your own question because of the fact that they put them on superstar status from the jump. They already say Luka was a star. They already say Chris Paul was a star. They already say
expected.
They already say what they saw on what Leonard did with San Antonio. So they already put these players up on that status. Brunson, just like Tim Dahl said, coming off the bench, they didn't see that potential that he can become a star, but he just proved them wrong. And that's why I say about these people, they always say these things about these athletes, and then once these athletes win, it's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Just like with just like with Jalen Hurts. Oh, Jalen Hurts, he's not a star quarterback in the NFL, but now he won the Super Bowl. He still can't get no love.
MVP.
I'm just saying with certain players, they give that leeway to, but just like you say, but with Jalen Brunson in the piece, what? The worst trade ever. But just like Matt Professor brought up, when he brought up the worst trade ever was when they had the big three down in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
That shit didn't even last, what, 2 seasons?
That didn't even it didn't last any seasons. They ain't do shit but get hurt.
That's what I'm saying. But but they won't say that, yeah, we made a mistake. Well, we say that Jalen Brunson wasn't the player the Knicks needed. But yeah, for some reason, the Knicks needed him, and he done brought them to the finals.
Promised land.
Well, that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem I've always had with these talking heads. They just say shit to get their name out there and to say, oh, did you hear what this person said, without actually looking at what's happening in the sport that they're talking about, especially when you run into people like Django Steven, who just comes with the hottest take that he can come with, just so people talk about his just to bring up his damn name, So like I said, these people, they don't care about. It's why I don't watch sports media too much anymore, because they don't care about the sport. They just care about getting their take out.
Good point.
Good point. Now let's move to the other side of the ball.
Your opinion, baby.
Yeah. Let's move over to the other side of the ball. We got to talk about them Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm coming to you first, Shada. Did the Cavs get swept because the Knicks were just better, or did Cleveland expose serious flaws in their identity?
I think what happened is,
you're right, Joe.
James Harden running out there talking about all the reason why they lost. Nick, you lost because y'all didn't play. You could sit there and hope and say Donovan Mitchell was.
Hey, Shada, can I cut in for a second? Because I was going to say that for later on. For those who didn't hear what James Harden said, this is what Shada is talking about.
Reflecting on this series, how much better, if they're better, are the Knicks than you guys?
I can't even answer that question honestly. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was 4-0, but I don't think we had a chance as far as our best shot. From a standpoint of the circumstances. Obviously they dominated us 4-0, but I don't know if I can necessarily answer that question. Just because genuinely I do feel like we are the better team, but series wise, it didn't show it. So it's a tough question to answer.
James, you mentioned that you believe that you guys are still the better team even after this series. What makes you believe that?
We are. I feel like we didn't have a fair chance, honestly. You know what I mean? We didn't play not a quarter of just Cavs basketball, offensively. And that right there is the frustrating part, because we did play well. From since I've been here, we've had stints where we played extremely well. We made shots, and they gave us a chance. And it's only so much you can do defensively. So many stops you can get, especially against a great offensive team.
Yeah, and Farrell, that's why I want you to hold on. I'm coming back to you, Shot. That's why I want you to hold on, Farrell, because I had that for you. I wanted you to talk about your boy. That's why I say, Farrell, I want you to hold on. So now that you heard what he said, Farrell, when I come back to you, now you have something to go off of. But go ahead, Shot. I didn't mean to interrupt you. We're just going through.
No, you good. I think my thing is kind of slow.
Oh, can
y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
He lagging.
You lagging, but
yeah.
Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Yeah, so basically, I don't understand how James Harden can say the things he's saying. You lost 4-0. You said they dominated us. You think you're the better team. How do you lose 4-0 and say that you're the better team?
Yeah.
He sounds like Donald Trump.
God damn. He does sound like Donald Trump. Now, Pharaoh, it's your time. That's why I want to. That's why I stopped you, because I know you had some stuff to say about him. Because I wanted to bring that up about him saying that we the better team, even though we lost 4-0. That shit doesn't make sense to me. What you got to say about it, Pharaoh?
Oh, well, I would say this. This is Max Kellerman, the one that was talking shit about Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is bringing in James Harden to win a championship. It's like elected Donald Trump to fix your economy. So he says some good stuff there. But my thing is, James Harden has proven ever since he left Oklahoma. Well, what was
Oklahoma?
Yeah, it was Oklahoma when he got there. Mm-hmm. That he is not a dependable player. When he got to Houston and they got to the playoffs, he decided to throw the ball to the other team. During the playoffs, he didn't show up at all. He was fat as hell when he got to to your team.
No, he went to Brooklyn first. Remember, he went to Brooklyn first.
But he came fat to you guys, right?
That's right.
Right, and then he went to what other team was that when they traded him off? I can't remember.
With the Clippers.
The next team,
Clippers.
With the Clippers.
Okay, yeah, the Clippers. That's right. He went back home to LA, and now he's with Cleveland. So he hasn't proven. The only thing he's proving that he could get a paycheck. So between him and Anthony Davis, they got the best damn agents on the planet to get them paychecks that don't play a fucking game to bring any promise to anybody. And then James Harden, he just, like I said, he sat there like a stick figure in 4 games. A stick figure. Yeah. He put up some points 1 game in the whole series.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they still lost.
Yeah, but with that being said, it's just the fact that it seems as though that James Harden plays when he wants to play. And that's why I never understood when they Pat Bev talk about James Harden was better than Dwayne Wade.
Yeah,
that shit had boggled my mind because Dwayne Wade went out there and proved that he was a great basketball player. Even Shaq said that when he went to Miami, Dwayne Wade was the leader of that team. Yep. So I could never understand that. So nobody should ever be saying that James Harden is in the same league as Dwayne Wade, even though James Harden did win the MVP, but a lot of people
he got scoring, scoring.
As much as I dislike Steve Nash, James Harden, and even in Steve Nash's
a lot of people win those MVPs, and they Embiid won the MVP. Okay.
Right.
Barely. Yeah. Only because he was bitching because he didn't get it the year before.
No, the year before now. He deserved the year before now. I ain't that year he was great. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying that motherfucker.
He still didn't play a whole season that year.
I don't give a goddamn.
He never played the whole season.
And that's what he's hanging his hat on. He's been hanging his hat. I don't know how I got in the goddamn
yet again. Every damn episode.
Anything negative about the NBA.
We need to. One of us need to put together a banner that goes across the screen. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Because eventually he's gonna go off on one of these damn tangents. Then y'all bring up. Well, Embiid and this, Embiid said he could launch a space shuttle, and this dude will go off on it, knowing the shit ain't happen.
I don't know how I got on the Embiid, my fella. I apologize, fella. Bad professor, coming to you on this one, man. Is it time for the Cavs to admit that Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland backcourt has a ceiling in the playoffs?
Well, to me, the ceiling with Cavs is they don't have the right veteran experience. To me, I think they have the talent enough to go forward if they ever make it past the second round.
Yeah.
Or get good in the second round. They've only won like 2 games in the second round since they've been together. Yeah. The problem the Cavs have really is it's all a matter of coaching, because a good coach can get a bad team over.
Yeah.
And the problem I have with them is this last series, they relied on James Harden too much. You never rely on James Harden to get you to go through the playoffs. He one of those players like Chris Paul. You let him get you through the regular season, and then you bench his ass for the postseason, or take him off the roster for the postseason. Because you know he's not going to get you too far. Exactly. Use him as a decoy. Don't let him be the floor general anymore.
What decoy?
But I think Darius Mitchell. I'm sorry, not Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. I think they can be great if they get the right coaching. Because I never care for their coach anyway, and they need to learn to play better together. Because you can see the two of them starting to get to this point where it's me ball with the two of them, and I think they're getting that from Harden. It's losing. It's losing them. It lost them this series.
Yeah, Tim, I'm coming to you, but Pharaoh. Reason why I say use him as a decoy is because he could become a facilitator for other people. Yeah, like he's going to shoot, but I'm just saying. Yeah, use him as a decoy because now I want you to be that facilitator because they're going to key on you. They're going to key on you. They're going to key on you. But now I need you to make other people's better. But I don't think his ego could handle him being that type of player. Pharaoh, then I'm coming to you, Tim Dawg. Go ahead.
James Harden can't be no decoy because even when he's trying to facilitate, he turns the ball over. He plays no defense, so he's a damn defensive liability. You know, just him being on the court, they know what they're getting with this dude. That's what I'm saying. They knew they didn't have to change their game plan. New York went in there; they didn't have to change their game plan with James.
And
Harden.
he's never double teamed.
It was 5 other teams that he does not play any different. So a decoy, whatever. But Donovan Mitchell, when he came over from Utah, he had Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert didn't help him out. You know, they had the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't even get past the playoffs in Utah. So Donovan Mitchell has some shit that he needs to work on as well. Yes, I do agree Cleveland needs better coaching, but I think they need a better big man or somebody decent like that to be able to push themselves out of this situation, because last year they failed and they were the number 1 team in the East.
Number 1 seed. Exactly. Shawty,
it's coaching and he needs somebody else.
No, you good.
I'm coming to you, Tim Dawg. Shawty, you say you want to caveat on something that Pharaoh said to Tim Dawg. I got you, man.
No, he's absolutely correct, because the fact of the matter is people talked about LeBron disappearing in the playoffs in those games that he lost. James Harden disappeared every single time he go to the playoffs. And they still keep giving him a job. I don't get it.
Well, that's just like Pharaoh, you say that he got the best agent, and we all say Kirk Cousins got the best agent in football. He must be bad by the same person. Tim Dawg, I got a different question for you, though, Tim Dawg. Who deserved the most blame for Cleveland falling apart? The stars, the coaching, or the front office?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say the coach, because he allowed the team to continue on the playing it the way they are, and it's always hero ball. But I kind of have to disagree with you, Pharaoh, on the big men, because they had Jared Allen and Mobley, and them two brothers doing their job as far as the defense. So, but the thing about them is they don't have plays set for them. So most of their points come on rebounds and transition plays.
Tim Dawg, can I ask you this? Can I ask you this?
You proved my point, Tim Dawg, when you said that.
I don't think.
No, you said you don't have a big man that'll help him.
Hold on a minute, Tim Dawg. I don't think that Pharaoh is saying that those guys are not big men. I think Pharaoh, I'm paraphrasing. You can tell me if I'm wrong.
No, he doesn't have the star player in the
I think he's saying something, a person like a big man like a cat down there, or like you just say, the dude from Utah that he had, Gobert. A big man down there that can at least be dominant down in the paint.
Yeah, they're playing their position.
Evan Mobley is dominant down there in the paint.
But he's not physical like a cat or Jared Allen. That's what I'm just saying. I could be wrong, Tim Dawg. I'm just saying. I'm not
man. I got it, man. Tim Dawg, is Mobley an all-star player?
Is he? No.
Okay. Enough said.
I don't mean none. There's a lot of people who in the NBA aren't all-star players that are good.
Tim Dog, you're missing my point, Tim Dog.
I know what you're trying to say, man. So shut up. Get
Okay,
out your
then,
feelings.
Stop rage
Stop,
bite.
stop being a
bitch.
I guess what I'm saying is, when I think of a big man,
you always got to be opinionating those shit.
I think when I'm thinking of a big man, when I'm thinking of a big man, I'm not thinking about.
Come on.
When I'm thinking about a big man, I'm not thinking about these small forwards playing center.
He has a big man that they don't even use, like I said, unless it's in transition or the rebounds. So
I got you, Tim Dog.
That's my opinion, Farrell. I ain't saying nothing about yours.
We don't move on from that. What I'm saying is, when I think of a big man, I'm not looking at those two guys to be because they're more of a power forward than they're a 4 or 3 than an actual 5. Matt Professor, does that make sense, or I'm just talking to be talking?
Semantics.
No, it does make sense because like I said, the problem with them is the coaches don't put them in the right role for game situations. Yeah. How are you up? How are you up by what? 15 points, 22 points, 22. and then lose the fucking game? Yes. I mean, that's coaching.
And they never recovered from that. They never recovered from coaching. That.
Yeah. Because they kept giving the ball to Kevin Harden and Donovan, and they was just always playing 1-on-1. It was always isolation.
Yeah, but they never recovered. Man, Matt Professor, I'm glad you brought that up. Drop that bomb for Matt Professor. Hey, with that being said, fella, I need a quick answer from everybody on this right here. Farrell, I'm coming to you first. After getting embarrassed in a sweep, should the Cavs run it back or make a major roster shakeup this offseason?
Man, they ran it back from 2 years in a row to the playoffs. I mean, it's up to the front office to make some changes, but you know, if they don't get a better coach or like I said, another one of those other players, it's kind of like what Big Perk says. He's never seen a Batman win without a Robin. So until Donovan Mitchell gets a Robin, I don't know how the hell they're gonna run anything back.
And Matt Professor, should they run it back because they didn't get a Robin? They got an Alfred when they got James Harden.
They got a swallow.
That's what I was gonna. That's bro. No. You know what? No, I'm not gonna let you besmirch Alfred's name like that. Alfred is a gangster. I'm not gonna let you besmirch.
I said old Alfred.
No. Alfred was a monster. I'm not gonna let you besmirch him like that. No, they got a fucking what was Commissioner Gordon's assistant? That's what they got. That's what they got. They got Commissioner Gordon's assistant.
Oh, hold up, man. Because here come my brother-in-law with this bullshit because he must have known you gonna be on here tonight,
bro. You can say I'm not even gonna start because
that's what he say. See, they need LeBron. See what I'm saying? My brother.
What? Okay, brother-in-law. Please tell me what? No, nigga. I need to know this. What is LeBron gonna do that he couldn't do for the Lakers?
He can't stand LeBron. No, he can't stand LeBron. That's why I say.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mr. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. You my people then, because fuck LeBron. Anyway,
that's what I'm saying. He stopped that bullshit. That's why I say he's breaking his bullshit.
LeBron, bro. You know, I'm glad. You know, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that. Because I'm trying not to curse.
The question: should he run it back, Matt?
No. Harden has the coach, and Harden has to go.
Yeah. What you got to say about Tim Dog?
Well, I was trying to look up his contract, and he signed one in 2024. So, and that's for 5 years through the 28-29. That doesn't mean that they can't get rid of him, but
but who's gonna take him? You gotta facilitate a trade.
Do that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, damn, it's Milwaukee like damn. I don't know what to say about that because
Milwaukee will take him.
Because
Milwaukee would take
they were number 1 last year. Right. They were number 4 this year. So instead of getting better, they got worse.
So,
and then
you're saying next year? So you're saying next year they're gonna be playing?
Hey, you know the trend.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. But you said they were number 1 last year, right? They were number 1 last year, and they didn't even make it this far. They made it this far as number 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, Shada, what you think, Shada? Should they run it back or should they try to do something else? What you got to say about it, Shada?
I concur with Matt Professor. They just need to go. I don't know what maybe we just need to erase Cleveland off the map because I don't understand.
Oh God damn!
They just can't. I just don't understand that whole city and their mentality with their teams. They don't need to run nothing back. They just need to go ahead and become an expansion team and start over.
Hold up.
Somebody got to have a team that they just beat up on.
Do we still have the Pelicans?
I mean, but the baseball team is trash because the Nationals is whipping the shit out of them right now, and Nationals are trash. Then the Cleveland Browns can't get no damn where.
I think for the fact of the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think it is coaching.
They have a hockey team?
No, I think it is coaching because of the fact that you make adjustments. You make adjustments throughout the series, and after being up by 22, like you say, Matt Professor, the coach should have said, "Hey, we cannot let that happen again. We need to go out there and play with more intensity." And for those last 3 games, after they blew that 22-point lead, those guys were just out there just going through the motion like it was in practice. It wasn't like they playing. Yeah, it's just like Farrell said earlier.
And
it
honestly,
wasn't James Harden saying Olay. It was the whole goddamn team. Go ahead, Matt.
and that's what separates great coaches from okay coaches. A great coach, when they see the team up that high and the team gets and their opponents get within 15, timeout. Let's change
timeout.
This.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, when he had all them timeouts. Yeah,
that's why I'm saying how the game is over and you have timeouts.
Yeah. Before we move on, I'm gonna say this about
right.
You holding the souvenirs. Come on now. They ain't gonna get there next year.
I'm gonna say about all these coaches in the NBA. And y'all not Phil Jackson. Y'all don't have that star power. Y'all don't have a Michael Jordan. Y'all don't have a Scottie Pippen. Y'all don't have a Dennis Rodman. Phil Jackson sit there, let them figure it out. These guys don't know how to figure shit out.
Right.
So y'all need to let the math professor say, y'all need to use those damn timeouts. There should never be a game where you have timeouts. Never. I don't give a damn. Call them, because now you get them all, right? They give you all 6 at the first quarter. Call all 6 shit. I don't give a damn. But you should never have a timeout at the end of a game. Math professor.
Not when you're up by 20.
Not when you're up by 20. Yeah, when you're up by 20. Fellas, I don't have a video for this, but we got to talk about the OKC shot. I'm giving you the first shot at it. The OKC up 3-2. Did Game 5 prove the Thunder are the more complete team, or are the Spurs still dangerous going back home for Game 6?
I watched that game, and I don't know what the NBA is doing because there is no way you're telling me that freaking the freak out of France been killing it in the game and just disappear for a whole 3 quarters in a Game 5. I don't know what the Spurs were doing in that game. It looked as if almost like, I don't know who says it on here all the time, like it was actually a setup. They didn't play nothing like they played in any of the games in that Game 5. That confused me so much. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And all they did was give OKC the daggone green light to say, okay, we can go ahead and take this series. You see what I'm saying?
And I think, Matt Professor, coming to you, I think the fact that the Spurs know that, hey, we going back home. But the Thunder already proved that they can win on your court as well. So with that being said, Matt Professor, after that San Antonio Spurs held OKC to only 82 points in Game 4, why couldn't they carry that same defensive pressure into Game 5?
Honestly, it's because of we have a radio host, a radio and TV host down here who comes into the store all the time, and we talked the last time he was in there. And the thing about OKC is they put offensive pressure on all five positions on the floor. It's not just one player; it's all of them, and they put defensive pressure on teams. So after a while, you're playing on both ends of the court. You know, these new NBA players aren't used to that for an entire game.
Yeah,
and like you said, Wemby disappeared for 3 quarters. Who is that on, Wemby or the coach? I mean, again, if Wemby's having an off game, you sit his ass down. I mean, hell, even Michael Jordan and LeBron, well, LeBron hasn't been, even though he should be, but even Michael Jordan's been sat down if he's had a bad half and brought back in and let him get his mind straight.
Yeah.
You know, I will say LeBron did that in Game 5 with the Cavs the year they won. his coach sat his ass down and like, look, you shit right now. You need to play better.
Well, let him see how the game is being played.
Right.
Like, hey, so you can get a bird's eye view about this is how our team is playing. But you the star, and we need you to go out there and perform.
Right.
Go ahead, man.
So again, the coach is letting Wemby play bad without sitting him down and letting him recollect himself. I mean, hell, the game prior he was tired as hell. The boy went completely off. He's the reason that San Antonio won Game 4. So he might have been tired. I don't know, but again, it's on his coaching.
It's on the coaching. And Pharaoh, Matt Professor brought it up. Is Wemby conditioning? Oh, I got to make sure. Is Wemby conditioning becoming a real concern late in this series, or is OKC pace and physicality simply wearing him down like it would any young superstar?
No, I don't think it's the second one. I would say more so that he's actually putting out the most energy on the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
I see him. He seems like he's the only one on the Spurs that really wants to win. Everybody else is just out there running around playing a game. But I will say, Game 5 was actually the player of the game was Tony Brothers. So the official. I think he took a page out of Donahue. Was it Donahue that got paid off?
Donahue.
Donahue. Yeah.
That drove him calls and whatever the case is. But I do agree. I do agree with Matt Professor, man. OKC's defense is stifling. It is stifling. But San Antonio has won 4 of the 5 meetings during the regular season. But this is the postseason.
Yeah.
This is a whole new season for them. And I believe that their experience, playing or losing to San Antonio has gained them the advantage knowing how to play Wemby. So, like I said, you could sit Wemby down and watch the game, wherever the case is, but he's only second or third year playing.
Yeah,
he's light in the ass, and if you can tire him out, because he's 7'4", man, that's a big person to have to run up and down the court for 48 minutes.
Yeah.
So I would say more so his conditioning and his mentality over the defense. The defense is just tiring him out
because he does play defense, block shots, rebound, and shoot. So and he passes really, really well out of the paint.
Yeah. I need a quick answer for everybody. Then Tim Down coming to you for the main question I want to ask. Okay, I want a quick answer from each body. Pharaoh, I'm gonna start with you. Then I'll work my way back to you, Tim Dow. Was questionable fouls called a Miss Johnson technical after a missed challenge attempt? Are the refs hurting the Spurs, or is playoff pressure exposing their frustration? Because you brought up Brothers, and then of course we saw the guy try to challenge, and the referee was standing right in front of him, looking at him, and he ran off. So give me a quick answer on that question, Pharaoh, if you can.
Once again, I'd say if you're going to win the game, don't leave it up to the refs. All right. If you're going to win, play the game. Don't leave it up to refs, because now we're trying to find excuses of why we didn't win. So that's my answer.
Okay, what you got to say about it, Matt Professor?
Yeah, I was going to say their pressure is exposing their frustrations. They're arguing calls they shouldn't be arguing, and a lot of times when you start arguing everything, with referees stop listening.
Okay, then what you got to say about it, my main man Shotter?
I concur with all those sentiments.
Okay, Tim Dog, what you got to say about it?
Ditto.
Okay, then Tim Dog. Moving on to the next question, Tim Dog. Is this series exposing the Spurs' youth, or is it proving they're closer to a finals team than people expected?
I would say kind of both when you think about it. I mean, their attitude towards when they're getting, especially in the last game, all the fouls, and on SGA, you could see the frustration, like everyone was saying, on the face. But they are an explosive team. I once said that you're going to need experience in order to get to the finals, because that's how most teams are. But San Antonio's proven my theory wrong, because they have none. And other than Fox, and he still doesn't have any. As far as playoff experience.
Yeah. And it's crazy that that experience does matter. I think we all say that when you're in the playoffs, because you can lean on your veterans. And I think we talked about this last week, I believe, that most teams now don't have that veteran that they could go to that has the playoff experience. They got veterans, but they don't have that winning playoff experience that could take you through to the next round or game 6. With that being said, fellas, like I said, a quick answer for everybody. Matt Professor, you up first. What has been the biggest difference maker for OKC? Their depth, their defense, or their ability to respond after a bad loss?
I think their ability, the fact that they won the title last year gives them the ability to respond after a bad loss.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What you got to say about it, Farrell?
No, definitely, because if you watch all championship teams, especially ones that have repeated going to the conference finals in their respective conference, they've always had they always know how to bounce back in adversity, because the Bulls were down 2-0 when they won it, one time. So if you look at, I believe, losing that and understanding your how you play and playing your game, it's like a long distance runner. People start breaking down their form, and then the person that's that's in second or third place, they keep their form, they end up winning the game. I mean the race. So I believe that's what they're doing.
Tim Dawg.
I'm going to say that depth, because they have a bench that comes up and can replace the starters. I mean, they may not be as explosive and can shoot the ball, but that bench is nice, and also, their ability to flop even on the offense. I mean, Williams just grabbed old boy and fell back and got a foul. I'm like, what kind of crap is that? But
I got you with the flopping. I bring that in. There you go. Shot to close it out. What you say about it?
It's a little bit of everything. I mean, I can't complain. They're doing their thing, and as far as I'm concerned, they're the champions and they're playing like it. The Spurs got to just take it. But like I said, their depth is ridiculous. Their defense is ridiculous, and their ability to adjust to another team is probably the best in the NBA right now. So they got everything going for them. They just got to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, and I totally agree that the Thunder they got everything clicking on all cylinders. They got the refs, they got the star power, and of course, the adversity to be able to come back after a bad loss and win a game. And the Spurs, they got that youth mentality, but I'm not going to count them out, because they did win their first game. It was a great game, but now kind of bounced back after being blown out in game 5 to push it to a game 7. So I can't wait to see that happen. Matt,
SGA's going to flop the game away.
I got that.
I'm sorry, but I always find it funny that LeBron fans complain about SGA foul baiting when LeBron been flopping for 20-something goddamn years now. Foul baiting.
I wasn't going to go there.
Have you watched the flops from SGA?
Yes, I have. And bro, remember when LeBron had the ball swiped down and this nigga dove backwards head first?
I'm not, Matt Professor. I'm not going to get into that, because I done seen video of Jordan flopping as well. They all
Jordan was hit and went down. There's a difference in flopping and getting hit and going down. But let's talk, since you want to talk about LeBron, because again, it kills me that LeBron fans, his team's always top 5 in free throw shooting, and y'all talk about every goddamn body else.
That's not what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is that superstar players get that treatment.
They do always, but the problem I'm gonna say the problem I have with
you can't make it seem as though that it started with LeBron. No, that's all I'm saying.
The problem, no, I say LeBron perfected it. I ain't say it started with him. I said the nigga perfected it. My issue with the OKC is they flop at every position they flop in. Every single why for years. That the NBA is unwatchable
on a layup that he initiated.
Right. The game is unwatchable, and I'll be perfectly honest with y'all. I don't think I've watched one playoff game this year because of that front to back. I can't do it.
But since y'all brought it up, a quick 2-minute answer from everybody. Whose fault is that? Is it the star players' fault that they're flopping, or is the NBA issue?
It's the league.
Letting them get away.
It's the league.
With flopping like that?
They have rules for it, but they don't enforce it.
Right. It's the league. And I've always said the league changed too damn much. It's why it's not, the games aren't fun to watch anymore.
They have rules for flopping, but they don't.
Oh no, I absolutely agree. Because like I said, I'm not even a basketball fan, but I do watch it because I like competition. But when I sit there and I see grown men who are 6.5 feet tall, or you know what I'm saying, hitting this hardwood because they think somebody touched them, and then you see somebody call a foul and they go into the come on, man. Like this is ridiculous. I don't understand it. And then everybody's shooting free throws. The game has slowed down due to the unnecessary flopping rules. I don't know.
Shotter. Go ahead, Shotter.
Shotter, he cut out.
Oh shit, his internet. But thank you for telling me, because
well, he said it was a storm there.
Yeah, it's a storm there. So Shotter, fix your internet. Nah, he ain't pay his goddamn bill. Fuck him. He ain't pay that bill. I'm just joking, Shotter, man. Hopefully get on your phone, man. Get on your goddamn phone. Get back on your phone. Yeah. I'm stupid, man. But Bad Professor, fellas, usually we would talk about stuff like this on Friday night, but they combine politics and also goddamn sports at the same damn time.
Tonight, new construction is underway for an unprecedented spectacle, a cage fight at the White House, a massive arch taller than the building itself, part of a makeshift arena for an upcoming Ultimate Fighting Championship event.
I have never seen anybody want anything so much as people want those tickets.
Gets you over the top with that right hand.
The mixed martial arts matches are scheduled for June 14th to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. The date for the fight also happens to be President Trump's birthday. It's a remarkable sight, the construction looming over the West Wing and the cranes for the ballroom project on the other side. The president has said that this temporary arena will hold more than 4,000 people.
We are going to pull off the boldest idea in sports history.
Tickets are free, and the UFC is footing the bill for the event. But NBC News has learned sponsorship packages that include ringside seats have been selling for $1 million or more, according to a Republican lobbyist familiar with the process.
Matt Professor, I'm coming to you first. Is hosting UFC Freedom 250 on the White House lawn a patriotic, I'm fucking up the word, celebration, or does it turn the presidency to a political spectacle? Your thoughts?
Electing a pedophile rapist, it turned the presidency into a political spectacle. So let's get that shit out of the way. But everything with that this man does is stupidity. It's not spectacle. It's fucking stupidity. Okay, you need a ballroom for safety, but you're gonna hold a fucking UFC event outside the White House with free fucking tickets. But there's a safety issue in Washington D.C. around this dumbass man. Really? Make this shit make sense to me, please. Because here's my thing. No president's ever done this, because no other president's been stupid enough to do something like this. He has no fucking respect for the office. He has no respect for the position of president. And the fucking rape publicans are backing this shit up. I mean, come the fuck on. Y'all talked about Obama wearing a tan suit. Mm-hmm. And now you have this Cheeto colored motherfucker just doing whatever he want and making and ruining the office of the presidency. Nobody's going to respect presidents again for another 30 fucking years because of this dumbass.
And with that being said, Matt Professor, I thought you could say they got upset when Obama turned the tennis court into a basketball court.
He didn't even turn it into a basketball. He didn't turn the tennis court into a basketball court. Saying, but he put a hoop up. He put a portable hoop up.
They got upset about that, but yet they're gonna.
No, I'm not even gonna talk about that because that's pathetic. That was always that was the most. I want to talk about the patheticness of the responses.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Matt Professor. The response was, how can you desecrate the White House like that? But then they letting this guy come in and basically do whatever he wants to do, and this is supposed to be the people house, not his house.
But and like I said, a UFC event on the White House grounds, an outdoor sporting event, period. Let's take UFC out of it. Let's take UFC out. There's a reason why there's never been a fucking PGA event or a WTA event at the White House, because why would you?
Yeah, why would you? But that being said, Pharaoh, Dana White says the event is not political, but if it happened on Flag Day and Trump's 80th birthday, is that even believable?
Man, he beat his wife. Everything he say come out of his mouth is a piece of shit. So Dana White is he's a problem with.
Unless you talk, that's my friend, and I don't want to say anything about it because he's my friend.
We're not gonna have no coon-tastic ass behavior on this show. Right? We're not gonna do that. Right?
There we go.
But I would say that everything we know that's happening is because they're going to try to say the right things to push the narrative of them being patriotic. I bet you there's no black fighters on that damn card. I bet you they don't have no black fighters in that damn.
No, they'll have some because they love seeing Negroes beat each other.
Well, I mean, okay, let's say we have those coontastic folks, but they're not anybody that's going to represent us. You feel me? And
that part is true.
Yeah, and with that being said, because I do know that what's his name? The one that got banned for taking enhancement, drug enhancement stuff, performance enhancement drugs. The black dude.
John Jones.
The white woman. Huh? Yeah. He's a Trump supporter. Yeah, he's a Trump supporter. So he might be there.
It's just the fact that it's supposed to be the people's house. Brother. It's supposed to be the people house, but it's not the people house. With that being said, Tim Dahl,
what's $1 million? If they say the tickets are free, what's $1 million about?
For the front row. For the front row seat.
So if they're free tickets, contributors. Why do you pay $1 million?
For the sponsors. The sponsors. If you don't have your whatever sponsors.
Contributors to his campaign.
Yeah, the sponsors.
His pockets.
Yeah. But we all know how that
gets down. You said it was free.
It's free, but sponsorship is not free. Now, if you want to put up something.
No, I mean, okay, so the $1 million is for who? The sponsors to come there?
Yeah, for the sponsors. Yeah. For the sponsors to sponsor, I guess, whatever they want to sponsor. I guess shit. I don't have $1 million, so I don't have that information, Pharaoh. You have to Google it.
No, because it's not making sense to me. If you're going to host this show, if you're going to host it, I don't understand why the $1 million is involved, because in my head, it's somebody getting a grift out of this.
It always a grift, Pharaoh, but it probably say, hey,
nothing with this man is about not making money. Nothing.
What I'm saying, Pharaoh, is that hey, you might have had a free ticket, but if I want to put the man on the street show, it's gonna cost me $1 million to sit on that front seat because I was like,
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. See, now we're talking.
I'll get to you.
Yeah. There it is. But that being said, Tim, no, we brought it up. There it is. If the White House is supposed to be the American people house, should any president be allowed to turn it to a UFC arena for their own spotlight or any type of sporting event? Your thoughts, Tim Dahl?
As long as there's no oversight, and there haven't been one with this one yet. So he can pretty much do whatever the hell he wants.
Good point.
That's it.
Yeah.
But he has no pushback on anything.
Well, but look at it like this. Look at it like this. Last year he held that stupid ass military that military parade that was supposed to be for the military. The
Supreme
on his
Court
birthday.
gave him the daggone immunity clause. So I mean, what is everybody going to do?
That can be taken away. All it takes is Congress.
I guess what I'm saying. I guess what I'm saying is this: just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You should.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing I think with this whole situation is that, yeah, you're the president of the United States, but this is supposed to be our house. This is not Mar-a-Lago where you could do the UFC or put on.
And that's where the shit should have been.
Yeah. All this gaudy gold shit up. If you want to do that, do that because everything in there is coming from our tax dollars.
Correct.
And that's the part that I think a lot of people had issue with this situation. And then, of course, you want to do on your birthday to make it seem as though that all of America is celebrating you.
And that's the thing. It's supposed to be in celebration of America's 250th, but it's a fucking month before the 4th of July. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, and here's something else, though. Nobody would have known it's his fucking birthday unless it's being announced.
Exactly.
Everybody knows his birthday because he's always doing some stupid shit.
I'm
saying until somebody mentions it, we don't know it's his birthday.
Right. Because I didn't know it until they said that in the shit.
Exactly. I don't
I didn't care.
Yeah.
But y'all see Dana White going around talking all this trash, talking about he's not trying to be political, but this, that, and the other. Dana White knows that the UFC is losing money hand over fist.
Oh, yeah.
So he figures if he ties his daggone trailer hitch to Trump and try to tell us and placate all of us out here by saying, oh, it's not political, this, that, and the other. Everything that he does is political and undermined. And if you're daggone friends with Donald Trump, period, you're a daggone dick diving commie.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is true. And speaking of more controversy involving Donald Trump, oh shit, where's my video at? I must have didn't say my video.
Hey, first, before you did that, y'all know he said he wants to put a hospital underneath the White House.
Yeah,
now?
yeah. That's so his sorry ass can go and get checked out without having to go to Walter Reed, so people won't realize he's fucking down. The only thing outside the grave is a toenail.
No, that thing gonna build that.
He got diabetes, high blood pressure. He got all that.
That's all that. He has Alzheimer's, high blood pressure. He has. I mean, he has nearly a trifecta for old people. And the problem I have with all of this, and I'm trying not to be political, so I'm trying to keep it sports with sports, because it's just like with the quarterback of the Giants introducing him.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that today.
I'll be honest with you. I watched it. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, we know he's not the first maggot supporter in the NFL. He's not. He won't be the last. And what he did, honestly, was less than what that Buck Butner did, whatever his name is, for the kicker for the Chiefs. So I mean, I understand the outrage for some people. Yeah, I understand the outrage for some people, but I don't care about that guy.
Remember Kittles?
No,
like I said, they've never done.
It's not that, Matt Professor. It's the whole fact that you come out here with this supposed swag, your favorite football player.
But we know they're culture vultures. So let's be real. Let's be real. We know that people like him are culture vultures. They always have been.
Right. And that's why I say great mind think alike, because that was our next topic, and I forgot to load up the video. But I do up my question. You know what I tell you? When I type my question, I'm up going to answer.
Without wasting no typing time.
Energy took me enough to type this bit. So Pharaoh, did Jackson Dart, because I had the video and everything, but I guess I didn't upload it. Did Jackson Dart make a rookie mistake by introducing Trump at a political rally, or should athletes be free to show their political politics without backlash?
Oh hell!
No, it's fine what he does, because even Tyler Heineke for Washington was a Trump supporter. So I mean, if you think about it, that's fine. Do what you do. The problem that we have is, and we've always said it is, they always go out and boast about it. They always boast and they always thumping their chest at whatever's happening. And like we say, we know he's a cultural vulture. We know that all these other jokers is culture vultures, but the problem is that you go into battle with people that don't align with your line of thought, and then you're supposed to be my teammate. We're supposed to be able to go in the battle together. So now I know when we get out here to actually do battle, you're not going to be anywhere behind me. So if I'm an offensive lineman and I happen to be a black offensive lineman, I'm going to treat him just like old boy did on Remember the Titans. I'm letting niggas through.
Yep.
Yeah. With that being said, Shada, his teammate Abdul Carter, was he right to call Dot out publicly, or should teammates handle a political disagreement inside the locker room? But Abdul Carter did came back and say that they did say they talk as men, and basically saying that the media is going with some type of different narrative. But we want to have the narrative if you didn't put out what you put out, because when he saw the video, he say, "Is this AI?" So, what's your thought, Shada?
The fact of the matter is, yes, he made a great big mistake in daggone introducing Donald Trump. Matt Professor is correct. If it was just one of them one-off things and he's showing his daggone support for whatever, it's different. But you're talking about a man that literally labels people. He's a racist. He just called the whole country of Somalia trash today.
Again,
the Iran soccer team got to freaking go to Mexico. This man, he mixed up freaking Venezuela and Iran today. Listen, it's one thing after another.
Stupidity is different from racism. Let's get that straight. Stupidity is different from racism. Yes, he's racist, but he's worse. He's stupid.
Low IQ person.
Imbecile all the way around. But the thing that's crazy is everything that happens with this whole situation with Jackson Dart, his agent is going to pay for it. Because I'm telling you right now, the man stands for everything again. They just took away black voting rights.
Well, y'all know he did go to Ole Miss from up north. So
come on, man.
It's just the fact that his teammate did call him out, then he walked it back. But to the point,
him walking it back is a farce, man, on the street, because the fact the NFL
I got that it's a farce, but we want to be talking about that issue if you didn't say that in the beginning, because you could have talked to Dart and we wouldn't even know that you actually say something, but you went out on social media and put it out there. But that being said, Tim Dog, does this controversy put extra pressure on Dart as the face of the Giants, especially in the city as politically divided and media heavy as New York?
Well, if they put the no political clause in their contract like the NBA, we wouldn't be going through this.
True.
So I guess the NFL said freedom of speech is better than freedom in the locker room. Because like Matt Professor said, Shada said that, Farrell, I would want to go in the trenches with these people. I don't want to have to look behind my back to see if they haven't. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter who you affiliated with, who you like. Just keep that to yourself, and that way,
But see, everybody keeps saying that. But is it fair if somebody has to put the same politics as you do? Should they have to keep it to themselves?
If it's going to cause conflict, yeah.
No. See, and that's the problem. Everybody has every right. Everybody has every right.
Can I jump in here? Can I jump in here? Yeah. Because that's going to take us to our goddamn discussion. See, I say great minds think alike. That's why I want y'all to hold on. Because to this week discussion. My shit fucked up, but take myself.
When he gets back on, it's like when somebody holds the information about being gay.
Y'all can't see me.
Why don't they say that in the beginning?
This is not my picture.
Remember, because what happened to our boy, the football player? It didn't last long for him.
My camera is messing up, but y'all can hear my voice.
He was supposed to be a great player, be a good player, and whatever. But when he kissed on TV, his whole career was a shock.
Let me get my question in so I can fix my camera. So then y'all can have your conversation. This is the discussion question I want y'all to have until I fix my shit.
Hey man,
why was Kaepernick told to stick to sports? Why was Kaepernick told to stick to sports for? Well, I'm blacked out on my end. On my end, I'm blacked out. Why was Kaepernick told to stick to? Fuck you. Wow. That's funny. That's funny. Why was Kaepernick? No, that's funny. No, that's just funny. Why was Kaepernick told to stick to sports for protesting injustice while Jackson Dawson gets the call free speech for introducing Trump? Is the problem politics in sports or only certain politics? Y'all go ahead and have a discussion while I fix my camera.
Let Matt Professor go ahead. He had a point.
The problem I have is you can't say the problem with Kaepernick is the right-wing echo chamber is louder than anything else when it comes to politics. So they whine and bitch and moan about every fucking thing, even though they know the truth. They know the truth that what Kaepernick did wasn't bad because he got the idea from a veteran.
Green Beret.
A veteran told him kneeling is better than him not standing up at all or him turning his back. So the fact that, like I said, these right wingers, the problem I have with all of this is we allow the right wing echo chamber to set the fucking tone of all political discourse. I don't have a problem with Jackson Dart introducing Felon 47. I just don't, because I don't care. He even if he was, it's just like with all I cared about the Charlie Kirk shit last year because other people were getting in trouble for talking about Charlie Kirk and what they said was negative, even though they was just talking about Charlie and saying the words he said. and got people in trouble. My issue, like I said, I don't care if there's Trump supporters. There's Trump supporters in every corner of the world. There's also people who don't support Trump. And the fact that one of your teammates support Trump doesn't mean you can't play with them. It ain't your job to give a shit about who they support and who they don't support. It's your job to come to do one goal, win the game.
Can I ask you a question, man, Professor, to that
Shoot.
point? So when you're on a football team and your political belief, you're right. It's all right to vote for anybody we want, to support anybody we want. But my thing is, if you are playing on a team, right, and the team is in, I would correct me if I'm wrong, New York is probably the most culturally diverse state we have in this nation.
No, not one of. Let's say one of.
Where's the Statue of Liberty? What does it stand for?
Well, that was put there as a political for a political purpose.
Correct,
as well.
But when people see the Statue of Liberty,
because the Statue of Liberty could be in DC, but they didn't want it there.
Correct. But my thing is, we all know that Paris Island is the daggone gateway to the United States. Ellis Island. My bad.
Paris, that's a Marine base.
You're right. But the bottom line still remains is me knowing it's like me when I was working when Donald Trump won the first time. Everybody in my job is talking about, oh yeah, we want something different. But his political rhetoric excludes attacks my daughter, my wife, my livelihood, But again, I understand that. I do. But again, what does someone's political? So you're telling me that you couldn't work with people that had that has a political difference of opinion, or even let's say religious. Can you work with somebody who calls himself an atheist? Because I know you're a man of Christ. Can you work with someone who's an atheist? It's the same thing. That's my point. That's my point. And to answer the initial question, the problem I have with and I think I said it already, the problem I have with the response to Kaepernick is they acted like he was disrespecting the country, even though he's trying to save the fucking country. He's trying to show the country. He's showing the country the point, something that he feels is wrong. And it's just like when that stupid whore that barely has a YouTube show told LeBron shut up and dribble. Bitch.
Yeah.
No, dribbling is his job, but he's a fucking person first. And if you don't care for it, he can say it. And just like with Jackson Dart, because like I said, the problem I have with it left and right is no one has a problem when somebody supports the person you like. But when it's someone you don't like, then you have an issue. My issue with Dana White is different from a player because Dana White owns something. Dana White is or at least he used to own UFC before TKO bought it. My issue with Dana White is he's a reprehensible human being who did shit to get his shit forward, because I've never been a UFC fan, but he did shit to get it forward. And then he turned around and said, oh, well, this group of people that worked for me and got me money, I don't give a shit about them and their thoughts. I don't.
Can I jump in here quickly? Can I jump in quickly? When you say the thing about Dana White, I think that if you're the owner of the team or whatever business, it makes it seem as though that everybody under your umbrella embrace that same ideology.
Well, sometimes that can be true.
No, sometimes that can be true. I'm just saying the fact that because he's the head. He's the head,
and that's why I have a problem with that, because when the head of a company thinks a certain way, everybody thinks that down the line, everyone thinks that way.
Yeah, and that's why.
I agree with that.
Like I say, with this conversation about the Kaepernick situation, everybody had the issue, and then what he did was he actually talked to somebody and say it'd be more respectful for you to do this, and they had an issue with that. Even your boy say that get him off the goddamn field. But now with Jackson Dart going out there, and like I say, I think he opened up a whole can of worms, made situation worse, because there are some players out there, to your point, Shada, that may feel the way that you feel. Man, he disrespected me, my wife, my kids. Oh, I got something for his ass. And especially in a place like New York City. Yeah, and especially being in New York City, especially if you're not winning. There's certain cities, if you don't win, you're going to get the goddamn hammer. Fellas, man, thank you for having that discussion.
They don't win. He's in trouble.
Don't forget, John Harbaugh is also a daggone Trump supporter.
Exactly. But fellas, thank you for having that discussion. Man, I had to fix my
man, they about to go 0-17. I'm gonna call it right now.
I hope so. Thank you for having that discussion.
Yeah, the NFC
on that part.
Dark will
I got
have
one
him
more
a
topic that we
rough
have to talk
season.
about, though, but here we go. Fellas, I don't know if y'all saw this. I want to have this quick conversation before we go to our closing statements here. Fellas, did y'all see this? And she's catching hell. I'm talking about Naomi.
I see that nigga dancing.
Naomi Osaka just hosted a powerful first ever black party at Roland Garros. Alongside Taylor Townsend, Osaka brought together Coco Gauff, Gael Monfils, Chris Eubanks, and other black tennis stars before the French Open. Osaka shared an emotional message about feeling isolated growing up in tennis because there weren't many players who looked like her, calling the gathering a symbol of fellowship and peace. Taylor Townsend reacted with just the beginning.
I'm coming to you first here on Pharaoh, because she didn't invite any white tennis players, all people of color, black that is. What does Naomi Osaka hosting a dinner to celebrate black tennis players become divisive when other groups in sports gather and network all the time without controversy?
This is hilarious.
Right. No, she has stated that they've had plenty of only white tennis parties.
They have.
Right? So she stated that. And then, there's also people out here talking about, well, what about the Asians and stuff? Well, if there's an Asian that's freaking playing professional golf, I'm pretty sure they was invited. But the people she invited actually plays the sport. So it's not divisive. It's just that you're not supposed to be doing what we're doing. You can't, how dare you do what we do? And, and of course, her being a winner, I mean, she can do what the hell she want to do. Hell, she's hosting the party. If you don't, you're just not invited. I don't want you here. So they did that. And once again, it's the media putting something out that she wanted to do to uplift her people. And of course, like I said, the people have her. Even the Japanese have kind of shunned her away because she's part black. And they're some of the most racist ass people themselves. And then so why invite people that don't want you around when I can get the people that I fit in with and we can party together? So,
yeah. With that being said, Matt Professor, is the backlash really about the word black, or is it about people being uncomfortable seeing black athletes create their own space in a mostly white tennis world?
You answered your question.
I'm about to say, I was just about to say the same thing. It's always been about why should these black people who play in my sport have their own? It's always been about that. I mean, look. I mean, as much as I don't like Eldrick, look at the shit that he went through when he was trying to start his own shit.
Yes.
They vilified him for it. Why is he doing this? Just like when he won the Masters, I think the first time it was who was it? Ernie Els? No, Greg Norman said, oh shit, I don't know what he gonna bring. Is he gonna bring fried chicken to the after party and collard green? I mean, get the fuck out of here. Black people in sports have always had to walk a fine ass line where they have to be themselves, where they want to be themselves rather, but they're vilified for being themselves. So black players, especially in tennis and golf, have always faced this. I don't have a problem with her doing it.
Wimbledon making the black people have to wear all white.
Right. Well, that's tradition. I'm not going to shit on tradition.
It's a white tradition, though, man. Professor, is what I'm saying.
I'm not going to shit on tradition because it's always
this is new era. They can make changes to some.
You can always make tradition, but tradition stays tradition because it is tradition.
No, man. What I'm saying is, my issue is traditions. Those traditions.
My issue is like she said, they've always done all white parties where black players aren't invited.
Yeah, and with that being said, Shada, when Osaka says she didn't see many players who looked like her growing up, should credit respect that experience instead of comparing it to an all-white party?
Listen, first of all, if anyone who's really a sports fan have been following sports, and I watch just about all sports that's out there that's mainstream for whatever reason. But the bottom line still remains, I see people do stuff all the time in all sports. They get together. So if Naomi Osaka, because I can't say her first name, if Osaka daggone had this party at her house and she invited some people that was with her, why is that a problem for everybody else?
Yeah. Hey, all I gotta say is you and Pharaoh, y'all get off my goddamn back. First, Pharaoh say you saw the black thing. Yeah, that's your picture. Yeah, we can see you. And now you say that I can speak. I can say Naomi. So y'all,
I'm just saying, if Naomi, if the man on the street can say Naomi, everybody should be able to. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Naomi.
What up, nephew? Yeah, my nephew's a goddamn Knicks fan too, shout it. Hey, the hell with y'all, man. Y'all mother get off my goddamn back.
But the thing is, there's a thing going around right now, just like how they have all these TikTok things, that the trends that's going on. One of the biggest trends going right now across the country is the white folk are mad at black folk as a whole because we not angry about all the stuff that's going on. We're used to daggone not having much to work with and surviving. White people aren't used to that. So anytime they see black people get together and have a good time, they feel like they have to say something. Have a party in your yard in a white neighborhood and see how many white people walk by and damn look.
And the fact of the matter is more of the fans than I think the tennis players, Tim Dahl. So why do some white fans see Naomi Osaka Black Players Party as exclusion, but don't question the long history of tennis spaces where black players rarely felt included?
Because of the climate we're in now, because that's always the way it's been. Like Mad Professor said, the people who speak the loudest are the ones who don't the ones who don't like it are the ones who speak the loudest. So this is just another way of them saying, oh, we don't like this, we don't want this. But us as a people fight back and say, why not? You have one. I know I'll say it. And if I was Osaka, I'd be like, fuck y'all. Make me do something. And people leave you alone. I'm not saying be disrespectful to the people. I'm just saying do you and don't worry about what other people say, because this is just the beginning. Remember those Williams sisters when they first came in, the controversy. Oh, they play like men. I never seen a woman serve a ball that fast. Now
the beads in their hair, they caught hell. Shout out, hold what you got to say, because maybe it might go into the question I'm about to ask, and I want everybody to answer this question if you can. I'm starting with you, Shada. Are white fans upset because they truly care about the fairness? The fairness, or because seeing black athletes create their own space make them feel like they're no longer the center of the room?
That's not a question. That's a statement.
God damn it! But the man on the street know what he's doing. Then go ahead.
That wasn't a question. That was a statement. Everybody in this panel has said it. What white folk as a whole, I'm not saying all of them, but culturally have always been jealous of black people. They've enslaved us. We've got out of that. Got stronger. They kept us out of sports. We took over. They are completely terrified of our power. And before I go on to your point, do you realize politically, since 2010, the number of black representation in government has been highest it's ever been? It was 12%. 12% of black representation in this country in our main government, and they're taking that away. So what do you think they're going to do in sports?
What you got to say about it, Mad Professor?
White fans don't care about black athletes and fairness. They only care about themselves looking like, hey, we run this. They care about Naomi Osaka doing this because they were excluded.
Yep.
Now, what's funny is I'm more than certain if she invited some of them, they probably wouldn't have shown up any goddamn way. It's why Serena Williams was always suspected of taking steroids, but that bitch Maria Sharapova was the one busted for it.
Yes, right.
They said Serena looked mannish, but Maria Sharapova was wider than any lineman in the NFL.
Look at Sabalenka, she big as hell too.
So again, like I said, it's just about trying to say why are black people allowed to exclude us from their space when we've been excluding them?
I got you,
Man,
Tim
they
Dahl.
trying to exclude us from the damn voting rights. So shit.
Yeah, they want to be the
Tim Dahl. What you got to say about Tim Dahl?
I kind of agree with Matt Professor. So, I mean, it's all about them wanting to know what we're doing and probably why, so that they can go back and tell their other friends. I mean, Why were they so jealous? I mean, they talk about our butts, then they go out and have surgery. They talk about our lips, they go out and have surgery. They talk about our skin, they go out and get dark. So for a person who hates the color of another person's skin, you are trying awfully hard to look like that person.
Preach.
I got you. Pharaoh King, bring it on home.
I got one thing. Donald Trump shared a photo of our ex-president and first lady as gorillas. That's why they weren't fucking invited.
To bring it back to the fans aspect of this conversation is that they feel left out, but I guess for me, just like when, Black Wall Street or any other place where Black people were succeeding at and they felt left out, they try to destroy it. But she brought together Black athletes because she said that she felt excluded throughout her whole tennis career. But now finally you see somebody that looks like you want to embrace that into the tennis world. And now the fans are having an issue with that. I was watching something the other day where these two white doctors are suing discrimination against people that find a Black doctor or something like that. Did you hear about that, Matt?
Yeah, I saw that. They're
saying that they're being discriminated against.
Good.
You damn skippy.
Good.
Yeah.
Because the problem I have with that, the stupid shit about that is Black women die at a rate 5 times higher than white women during fucking during childbirth. And you have the nerve to say they shouldn't go to a Black doctor? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that once you see people that don't like you start doing other things, now you feeling left out. That shouldn't be the case. You should be wanting them to get together and prove that, hey, there's unity amongst people that looks just alike. I know it sounded kind of crazy because I'm trying to make sure I say the right thing. It's just the fact that it's upsetting that most people are upset because she brought together Black athletes when they've been doing the same thing for forever. I think everybody said that in the beginning. Fellas, man, good conversation like always. Mad Professor, I know you've been going for a while. We don't have no weird sports because we done ran out of them. I gotta find them. That's why we have discussions now. That's why the discussion of the week. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we always like to give you something to think about, something funny. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media so that people can follow you as well.
I went to a couple
Hold on. My bad, Tim Dog. My bad. Oh, shit. Tell her I've been drinking. Shout her. Today in sports. Tim Dog.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? My bad, Tim Dog. My bad, shout her. Man, shout her. What you got for us today in sports? Shout what you got, man?
Coming up. The hell?
All right, Shout you got to get fine. Yeah, you got to get your shit together now. You're holding us up. you let the old dude. There you go. All right, gotcha. Go ahead.
So today in sports, we're talking about momentum. Put my glasses on here. I'm getting old. 51's catching up. 1961, American Ralph Boston sets the long jump record at 27 feet and a half inch. Now, I didn't know that this dude was the record holder for the long jump. For the longest, I thought it was Carl Lewis. But this was a dude that's going to do it in 1961. So I just wanted to go ahead and give everybody a little bit of that. But before we go in light, you can take that down, big man. Before we go, I wanted to add something else, seeing that we're talking about track. And have you guys been following the Wanda Diamond League?
No, I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, I won't even.
You guys don't know nothing about the Diamond League?
I know it's a track league, but I've not seen it.
It started in 2010. And right now, it runs through September. And basically what it is not every track athlete performs in it. But if you like to see actual athletes do stuff where you don't have to worry about the refs and actually see their talent, this is a great thing to watch. the USA and Jamaica always going at it in the sprints. There's records being broken. But if you haven't checked out the Diamond League, you could do so on YouTube or watch it on the weekends. But this is their third week. And like I said, there's a lot of superstars there we could watch where we don't have to worry about, oh, God, this person's cheating or this person's that. It's straight up you mano a mano, and I love it. I had some things to show, but I'll save that for another week to go ahead and keep the show going. But that's what I had today in sports, gentlemen.
Thank you for that, shout. Bro, King.
You know why I don't watch track and field?
Why is that?
Because I never could run that damn fast. So fuck them.
Bro, they got the 1500, they got the 400, you got plenty of things. Shot put, discus, javelin.
What you say, Pharaoh? I can't run fast, and I'm not good at running distance either. So fuck them.
That's right.
2 miles, all I got. Yeah. That's all you gonna get.
Hey, that's all I got for
you know why
13
Jamaicans
minutes.
so
That's all you
fast?
getting out of me.
You know why Jamaicans so fast, right?
Huh?
No, why?
I know why Jamaicans so fast on the track.
Why?
Because from little kids, we've started running from police when we're 2. In Jamaica, cops shoot and ask questions later, player.
Fucking crazy, man.
Hey, it's true. Ask any Jamaican.
You realize that?
So tell me, how the hell did you get good at bobsled? Because I don't want to hear John Candy coach the goddamn team.
With that being said, the main man Pharaoh King's up next with what? With his trivia question of the week. Pharaoh King, man, what you got for us this week, my brother?
All right, hey, we just finished the New York series, so the question goes along with the NBA. Here's your question.
Man, where's
3
football?
coaches have recorded multiple series sweeps with multiple teams. Mike Brown, Phil Jackson, and what is the third coach's name?
Say again.
Cunningham.
Oh.
For the 76ers. No. You said multiple teams. Okay.
Repeat, por favor.
3 coaches have recorded multiple series sweeps with multiple teams. Mike Brown, Phil Jackson, and whom?
Rudy Tomjanovich.
That's a good one.
I thought he only coached the Houston.
He only coached Houston, yeah.
There you go, Joe. That's my answer, Joe.
I was gonna say Pat Riley, but the Knicks weren't good when he coached them.
Yeah, but
he also coached didn't he coach Miami? Remember he coached Miami?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's the answer then. Because I was thinking Pat Riley, but I didn't think that when he coached Miami, they did win a title with him. Yeah, it is Pat Riley. Yeah.
Did they win a title with him as a coach, or did they win a title as him as the general manager?
Both.
No, he was both.
He didn't win as a coach. Yeah, he won a coach with Flash.
With Shaq and
D Wade.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's Riley.
That's how they got the coach now, because he coached underneath them.
Yeah, Spoelstra. It's Riley.
Yeah. Shit. Damn, that's a good one, man. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna go with Pat Riley too. Shit, I'm riding a coattail. I'm like Trump.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead, because I think I'm thinking somebody else now.
I'm thinking somebody else too.
I'm thinking Daly now.
But Chuck Daly only coached Pistons. I never seen him coach nobody else. That's why I say Cunningham for the Sixers, but he only coached the Sixers.
My answer was Mike Collins. That was my answer.
Okay. Oh yeah, Doug Collins.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Doug Collins. Yeah.
I mean that's what I meant. Doug Collins. Yeah.
Doug Collins. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Here's the answer.
Stan. Goddamn.
Oh, I was up out of here.
That's who won the title with them. Stan. God damn it.
No, Stan Van Gundy didn't win the title with Miami.
No, he never won.
He never won.
No.
Remember Pat Riley won that championship. That's the year that they put that shit.
Yeah.
You guys are looking at championships. That's not what the question's about.
And that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Titles.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about. Well, you're right, Pharaoh. But when they run the championship of Miami, remember Pat Riley had that shit. He had it covered up or something. And at the end of the year, he pulled it out and said that it was going to win it or some bullshit. I'll bring it up next week. Pharaoh, thank you for that, man. But the man on the street still in the lead because I answered the question.
I saw a fat white man.
No, we don't trust that.
Just didn't know who it was.
We don't trust that. That's fake news. Fake news.
Hell yeah.
Fuck y'all, man. Thank you for that, Pharaoh. Pharaoh came with that trivia question of the week. Now, Tim Dog, we all let you something to think about. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go? And make sure you shout out your social media so that people can follow you as well, my brother.
What I got for the people today is it's graduation time. Parents and family members, they come out and see their little darlings graduate. And then you got some, then you have some who don't care about, how they look or how they talk when they come. And you know what I'm talking about. The one come in with the flip-flops, the bonnets on their heads and stuff that. I just want to say, if you're going to go out there and represent your kids, please start with representing yourself. It's bad enough. It's bad enough that the kid's going to be embarrassed, but the parents, like me, I'm going to look at you. I'm going to crack jokes. I'm going to say something, not to you, but under my breath. So to avoid the embarrassment of all the jokes, please. I done seen plenty of them in the last 2 days, and Lord, please be representable when you go to the graduations. Tim Dog, Instagram, Father's Love 99. I get to see my grandson in about 2 weeks from tomorrow.
There it is. But main man, Shada down in Orlando. What you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media so the people can follow you as well.
Yo, man, I have too much for the people them tonight. Just instead of celebrate the little championship, the Knicks just win. You know what I'm saying? Because probably not going to do it. We're going to enjoy this for a long time. And you see my social down there. Holla at your boy. But I don't got much for the people. It's raining down here in Orlando right now. But I want to thank the Lord for all the good rain, fellas. I'm just giving you an update. The mango trees, every tree in my yard has recovered and they are growing. So thank the Lord. I'm about to ship out some mangoes this year, some avocados. Let me know what y'all want and I got you. Holla at your boy.
Oh, there it is. There's the main man, Shada right there. Main man, Matt Professor, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media as well.
I don't have social media, so fuck that. I have a question for the fellas. Who won the Preakness this year?
I don't think they had it yet, right? Did they already have it?
Yeah, they had Preakness.
Last week.
Last week. I don't know.
And that's kind of my thing. That's kind of what I have an issue with. It's time to start finding these horses if they're not going to make a commitment to run all 3 races. I'm tired of every year a horse winning the Kentucky Derby and not racing Preakness and waiting until Belmont to run again. Nah, fuck that. You sign a contract. You sign a contract. You run all 3 races. If not, you lose money. You get fined money. Because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of not having I'm sick of not having a horse go for the Triple Crown. The shit's getting old. Now. I'm tired.
There it is.
Man, they don't want to go to Baltimore and get robbed. That's why.
Well, I'll piggyback off that because it is true. I think American Pharaoh was the last one to do it.
Yes. Yeah. And that was 7 years ago now?
Yeah, it's been a while. And once again, it's just like they're athletes. I understand the horses, they're athletes. But damn, if you're gonna win the Kentucky Derby, you gotta run the second.
Unless there's a legitimate injury for the horse.
Second race.
Unless there's a legitimate injury for the horse and it needs to be validated by an outside vet. There's no reason to put. I'm tired of these people pulling their horses.
Yeah, but the Preakness is a mile and a half, right?
Yeah, the Preakness is the longest one.
Yeah, mile and a half.
Yeah, that's the long. I'm gonna tell y'all why.
There's no Triple Crown
in the middle of the hood.
Yeah,
so
that's
inconsequential.
Yeah, well, I like what you say, Mad Professor. It's because American Pharaoh was the last one, but before that, I think they were 30, 40 years.
Aladar was the one before American
Before
Pharaoh. No,
that-
Aladar and American Pharaoh came pretty close to each other within time.
Yeah,
but
I guess
before
what I'm saying,
Aladar, it had
like
been
a
more
long
than a
damn
decade.
time since
Yeah.
Secretariat. I think Secretariat was the last one.
Yeah, before
Then we went
Aladar,
that-
yeah.
Then we went years and years before they had. And Secretariat was what beating
In the
motherfuckers like.
late 60s, I think it was.
No, but I'm saying, but he wasn't
the
beating them
largest
by.
margin of victory.
Yeah, he was beating them like Hussein
Yeah,
Bolt.
he was
leading
yeah,
them
the
up
closest he came to losing was
Shit.
I think the closest he came to losing was 5 furlough.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
they give a lot of secretariats notoriety comes from his black trainer.
Yeah, I got that.
Well, no,
I'm
it
just
was his
talking
red
about-
color.
I'm just talking about how
Right.
much you beat them horses by. It wasn't it's coming down to the
Red color.
No,
it's a
Secretariat
photo
was a
finish.
beautiful red color.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a photo finish. No, not with Secretariat. Secretariat
Oh,
wouldn't
this
have.
was photo finish, just him.
Yeah, motherfucker smoked a cigar.
Yeah, he stopped and flossed.
Yeah, flossed on the motherfucker. Thank you for that, bad professor. But bad
Yeah,
Pharaoh
that's a
King.
good one, though. You're right about that.
What you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media so that people can follow you as well.
Like you say, you see this social media. I need to get my my Facebook monetized because damn, I get a lot of views after I post shit from goddamn man on the street here. But anyway,
Damn,
with
you gonna monetize
the
somebody
climate of
else
the United
shit? What
States
the
right
hell?
now.
Hey, he's stealing from people too. He's stealing.
That's
Yeah,
called-
man. Hey, it's AI. Did he say it was AI? Shit, it's AI.
He's stealing. Shit.
Hey, give me my money.
Oh man.
So
Oh man.
So listen here, dear black people, we're at war with too many people to be at war with one another.
Yes.
We need
Yes.
we need to come together, man. We got to come together, and we need to get out there and vote. We already did the midterm. I mean, with the midterms coming up, like I said, we got to give it your brother, Matt Professor. You can't let him slip up
Look,
and not
sir,
go August 18th and freaking go out and vote. The nigga got to vote. I don't want to hear that kumbaya shit when it comes to this voting shit.
You guys
Because
are in
it
August
really
too?
is. Huh?
You guys in Georgia is in August too?
No, we had ours already. I mean, our primaries are
You talk about, no, you talk about the midterm. The midterm.
No, it's about the primary. The primary vote
primary.
was for the midterms. Y'all's the August 18th.
Mhm.
Yes.
Ours was yesterday.
So if you Shada got to go get his brother to take him to the voting
Nah,
booth, you
dude,
need
I
to do
always take people to go vote. Always.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm just saying that this is the time we can't play around with all this redistricting, all this other crap. Listen, man, our civil liberties are at stake, and I'd be damned they take what I've earned being in the military, that's like you fellas, and turn this into a scapegoat. I can't do that.
Hey, you know, before I go to my closing statement, that's why South Carolina they didn't pass the redistricting. And
I
one of the
love
guys,
Jim Clyburn,
and one of the guys in South Carolina, white guy, he said that he's a Republican. He was against the redistricting, and this is what he said. I'm paraphrasing here. He's saying that if we redistrict, what we're doing is we're going to incentivize other people to start voting. The same people that you trying to disenfranchise, they're gonna be like, oh, so you want to? And he was like, no, that's why he voted against, because he know that people are gonna start to turn out, especially if you tell them that they can't do something or can't have something. Oh yeah, that's why I said a lot of these Republicans.
They're still gonna do it.
A lot of Republicans think that we done made this all red state, but you might have bite off more than you goddamn it can chew. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have anything because the brother said it all, but you always find me at the Man on the Street Show on YouTube. Thanks again to everybody that's been following me and subscribing and leaving comments as well. You also catch me at Creative Canvas Expressions. That's my AI channel. I tell AI what I wanted to do. AI does it, and I put it up. And let Pharaoh say, hey, you can't copyright AI. Thank you, spiritual brother. So if I can't find anything to tell AI, I find somebody else shit, steal it, put it up on my page like it's my own. You boo me all you want. Shit. I put it up there like it's my goddamn own shit. I'm going to own it.
That is stupidity in the highest damn sense.
You boo me all I want.
You boo me all you want, shit. Once I find that you can't copyright AI, oh shit, it's on now. It's hold up, popcorn. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check.
We
But with
forgot
that
one
being
thing.
said, go ahead.
We didn't get Matt Professor's opinion on his team. I've been waiting to hear that. We talked about our teams in our draft. Before we go, I want to see how he feels about what's going on in New Orleans.
Oh, with that being said, hold on. With New Orleans, with that being said, Matt Fessa, tell him why you mad about your Saints. Well, you might not be mad about him, but hey,
I ain't.
Floor is yours.
I'm about to say I'm not mad about what my team did in the draft. I wish they'd have gone defensive, and I think I said that right after the draft the last time I was on. But no, they got two of the best receivers that was in college football. One of them a sleeper, the other one injury prone. I don't have a problem with that. Or he's had an injury. I don't have a problem with that. I think what the Saints did in the draft this year was amazing. I wish they would have, like I said, they missed on that cornerback. I wish they'd have gotten, but I like that boy Tyson. That dude is that dude real with his. I like watching him. And the other cornerback, the other receiver rather, the one who was trained by Steve Smith, I think he's gonna be outstanding. I'm not mad at nothing my team did this year. Not a thing.
Damn.
Sorry.
I'm kind of sorry I have to play the goddamn video because you guys are mad at shit.
I'm not.
I do have a caveat.
And you know what? I'm not going to say alleged pedophile in chief when I talk about Felon 47 because if it weren't true, he would release the stuff. So
exactly. With that being said,
what's your caveat, Pharaoh?
I do have one. So my sister, she has that nonprofit organization. She's now the senior director for the organization. Yeah. It's called Center for Change. So Shada, if you ever get a chance to get out of your little cocoon that you got there, go by there and support my sister at Center for Change. It's there in Orlando. They have their banner on the Lynx buses now, so you can get the information from there if you don't want to look it up. But just go by there. Change. Center for Change.
Got it.
It's Orlando.
So you and your family can go there, and what they do is they check for colon cancer and things of that nature. It just helps them with the community, especially the Black community, Hispanic communities, to make sure that everybody has some type of health direction. So, I mean, anytime they do like the pancreatic cancer awareness, things of that nature, I'd love for you guys to try to just link up, man, and meet some good people. Because I've met when I went down there for her little shindig there, her gala for when she made the change for for her, I met a lot of great Black doctors, and they would love to know more of the community. Because one of the doctors' name is Dr. Scott. He's on the square too, man, on the street. That's the good thing about him too. He went to Emory up here in Georgia, but he is one of the chief surgeons for all of the ERs in Orlando. So yeah, a man's a good dude, man. Loves cigars, loves his whiskey. So you get to meet people like that. You know who we are. So
y'all already know me. Man on the street already said it. I am quick to walk into a clinic and be like, I need a Black doctor. I'm the one that do that.
Right. And so like I said, like I said, you get like I said, she's there in Orlando, and like I said, great people. They do webinars, they do, like I said, most of the time they always have some type of event where you can walk for some type of charity.
Okay.
So yeah, like 3K.
I'm definitely checking it out. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you for putting that out there.
I put the link. I put the link in our on our phone, but
yeah, well, have it on Friday night so you put it up for the show Friday.
I might not be on. My daughter comes in tomorrow night.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now.
All right.
So I might
Center for Change. Center for Change down in Orlando.
I'm going to meet my grandkid for the first time, the youngest one. So
yeah, make sure you check them out. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all come and check us out next Wednesday night at 7:00 for the Better Tech Sports Podcast. It goes down. All we do is talk about sports. We did it very well. But Friday night is our main podcast. We call it 2 Cigars and a Blunt. Oh man, we talk about politics, news, and entertainment. Come join the goddamn fun. But you want to make sure you stick around for the after show because that's where everything goes down. Oh my goodness. You go straight, we'll make a right turn. But Tim Dawg famously said, if we make that left, yes, we're going to drive that bitch right off the goddamn cliff.
No parachute.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am man on the street.
Hey, here's to the slobber girl. Girl King.
Oh my God.
We call an Italian hooker prostitute, dog.
And y'all wonder why I don't come
Here
on.
you go. Here you go.
You wonder why? Y'all wonder why? The mad professor in the booth behind, still coming in behind Tim Dog. I done begged these Negroes, don't let me come in after this fucking man.
Welcome back, Mad Professor.
There it is.
Oh,
There it is,
as a matter of fact, I was talking crap about it. I said, didn't Mad Professor say he was going to be on the day?
Yeah, he damn sure was. He did show up. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't come check us out, y'all just have a blessed weekend. With that, ladies and gentlemen,
take care.
We are out.